Hey everybody, welcome back to Art a la carte. And in this video I'm going to show you how to draw a Shire horse, which is a breed of draft horse or workhorse. Before I get into this, I want to show you a quick picture. This is my grandpa eons and eons ago, and he's actually working with his workhorses, and he really influenced me in my love for horses. Like with any horse that I do, I start off with my basic shapes, and I actually have several videos on how to draw horses and how to begin building those up. So I'll put a link right here in the description box or right here on the video. You click that link and it'll take you step by step on how I measure those out and get those in the right position. But for the draft horses, a couple things that are definitely different. And the first thing is their neck is going to be much thicker and broader, lots of muscle, a lot of power in the neck. The second thing that is going to be different about a workhorse from a just regular standard horse is that the legs are going to be a lot thicker, which is going to give them the appearance of being maybe a little bit shorter. And it's not that they're shorter, it's just that they're much wider and broader, and their hooves are huge. They're like the size of dinner plates. And so when you draw these horses, if you're not certain about kind of how thick to make them, just check out some reference photos to look to see how wide those are. And different breeds of draft horses will have will be a little bit different. Some are a little bit leaner than others. Another thing when drawing the feet is the Shires have feathered feet, which means that the fur growing down towards the lower part of their legs really gets long and feathery. And depending on how well they're groomed, they can be extremely feathery. A lot of times farmers, if they use them for workhorses, will kind of keep it trimmed a little bit so they won't get as muddy when working in the field. But you can really fluff it out or tame it down however much you want. Another thing that farmers would do is oftentimes would keep the tail hair cut short. That way it wouldn't get caught up in the harnessing and things like that. So you'll often see them either braided and tied up, or that they'll be kind of cut short, but left alone. Actually, they will grow their tails out just as long as other horses will. So when you add your tail in there, you can decide how long you want your horse's tail to be. I'm going to give mine just kind of a normal length horse tail. Now this breed of horse is the same kind that was in Disney's cartoon of Brave, Merida's horse. So if you are interested in learning how to draw her horse, well then this is the breed right here. So you could draw Merida next to her horse. I'm going to give this horse a little bit of a longer mane, and then when I go ahead and add in the forelock, which is the hair that comes over down the front of the horse, I'm just going to make that kind of shaggy and bushy as well. They have a lot of hair. They're furry little guys. Well, furry big guys. Another thing to help kind of make them look a little bit larger is to draw them with shorter and smaller ears. Give them a little bit smaller ears in proportion than you would like a normal horse to that proportion. And that just kind of gives them a little bit more of a massive size. I'm going to finish drawing in his face and fixing any of the lines that I need. And once it's, kind of the way I like it, then I can go ahead and take my handy dandy eraser and erase the lines that I no longer need. Now before I go ahead and start adding in my shading and shadowing and coloring, I'm going to go ahead and very lightly draw in some guidelines of where I want to keep things white. Generally, a Shire horse's coloring is they're black or a dark gray with white feet and sometimes a white blaze on their face. So I'll go ahead and block those out first so that I won't draw and accidentally color in that and go, oops, I didn't want to do that. Now when coloring an animal that is black, it's very tempting just to color the same shade of black straight across the board. But you really want to use your values when you're doing this. Value means how light or dark that color can be. So instead of just having everything black, I'm going to find my shadows and push really hard on my pencil to get a really nice black shadow. And then I'm going to find where I want the highlights to be and be able to pull that out. And it's going to give me some value to my horse and add a little bit of shape and dimension to it. At the end of this video, I will have a link to a video I did on how to shade a reindeer, which you can use a lot of the techniques that I taught in that on how to shade your horses. So check that video out if you haven't already watched it. And there we go, just about done. So thank you guys so much for watching this video with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of requests on how to draw a workhorse, so I just picked my favorite, which is the Shire. But if there's a horse that you would like to see, a certain breed, leave that in the comment box below so that I can make a video of that in the future. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to do that so you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, God bless you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.